everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Leslie. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be using the Sunny Days collection again to be documenting a photo of an event that happened in 2014 when we went to the East Coast while my husband was in Dubai getting stuff ready, and I took the kids down to the coast. And this is one of many photos that I'm scrapping with this collection. I thought that this beachy collection would be perfect for this event or for this holiday that we went on. What I do usually is I try to scrap each event in the same with the same collection, and that just sort of makes everything cohesive for me. And you know, when you flip through the album and you look at a specific, you know, holiday, if everything is scrapped with the same collection, you know, it looks a bit, you know, it looks like everything should be together. You know, all the photos go together and the collection goes together, and then you can also sort of see the difference between the one event from the next event if they're all scrapped in different, you know, with different collections. So I'm going to be using those pattern papers I fussy cut out from the pattern paper pad again, and it's 3 of them, the pattern papers, one with butterflies, one with the shells, and then the one with the beach gear with the umbrellas and the costumes and the beach bags and so on. And I really like that orange paper I had going on at the back, because as you can see in the photo, my son's floaties that he's got on his arms are orange, and I wanted to sort of bring in that color, but the orange didn't work with the shells. So I'm going to be using this sort of light teal or teal blue color, and this also works perfectly because it's the same color as, or it's similar color to the color of my son's swimming gear that he's got on, and it works better in the end, I think, this blue color, because the shells work better with this coloring as well. So I am going to be doing this layout in a horizontal layout. I've been doing lots of sort of clustering around photos lately, where I would just angle like more than one photo on a page, and then sort of just cluster embellishments around it. But I really wanted to do something different with this page, so I'm going to be using that little tag or card from the ephemera pack, and I'm just going to be layering it behind my photo. And the focus on this is going to be shells, because my oldest son doesn't really like the waves. He usually sits in the shallows and or on the beach, and he looks for shells. And this is really sweet. I mean, we've got bottles and bottles full of shells at home where he's been, you know, where he collected the shells. So I'm going to put the title of this page on top of the photo, and I'm going to be using this piece from the these 2 pieces from the puffy sticker sheet, and this is called Sunny and Bright. And as you can see, his little face, it is sunny and bright. He just looked up and beamed up at me when I took this photo, and he gave the sweetest, cutest little smile. So I'm going to be using, am I going to be using some more? Yes, I'm going to be using that little puffy camera over there. And I love the fact that it brings in a different color blue as well. As you can see, the shell on the little card that I stuck behind the photo, behind that little sticker that says Sunshine Sun, is also darker blue. And so I decided to bring in some more darker blue with the butterflies that I'm going to be placing in a sort of triangle effect behind, you know, around my photo. I think in the end I might have just put 1 butterfly. I think so, yes. The butterflies were too much, I think. So I just placed 1 butterfly. I'm going to be layering a lot of those little sayings and sentiments around my photo as well. I like to pop up my butterfly wings. So what I usually do is I just put liquid adhesive to the center of the butterfly, and then I pop up the wings. And that gives it sort of a little dimension. It adds a little shadow to the back of the butterfly. And then, you know, butterflies are supposed to be dimensional, I think. You're supposed to be able to see them move, aren't you? Because they're always moving. So I'm going to be bringing in the horizontal aspects of my layout. In this way, I'm going to be sort of popping up those little shells on some foam adhesive, and just so that there's some extra interest to the layout. The white background was very white and very stark, so I decided to do something extra with the shells to pop them up, just to give it a little shadow behind the shell and to give the shell a little bit of a attention, you know, so that you look a little bit at the shells. So I know I've asked this before, but you know, it's worth asking again for those of you who didn't hear it the last time I asked it, or got a chance to respond in the comments the last time I asked it. But do you guys scrap your events with the same collections, or do you mix it up with different collections? You know, one event with many different collections, or do you scrap one event with one collection? Like I said at the beginning of the video, I like to scrap one event with one collection. How do you guys do your scrapping? Do you like to keep it spicy and different, or do you like to, sort of like me, keep it cohesive so that you can see where all the photos belong, you know, where they belong to the same bit in your album? Or, you know, it would be nice to hear from you guys in that aspect. So I'm going to be doing my doodly lines around my photo. That is sort of a paint pen that I use on top of my photo, and then I also use it to do doodly lines around the edge of the white paper of the layout. And that pen has sadly run out. I have finished it, so I need to get myself something new that is quite sharp. I don't like a fat pen, if you know what I mean. A fat pointed pen. Yes, that's better. So I'm getting used to this jelly roll. I didn't used to like jelly rolls at all, but I'm getting used to this jelly roll and I quite like it. So I'm going to be doing quite a lot of journaling on this page as well. This is what I've been doing for this event. You know, just as the memories come flooding back as I scrap the photos, I write the memories down and what we did on that day and so forth, just so that the kids can read it later on and see if they remember this, because they were really small when we went on this holiday. I know Emma won't remember anything, but this is about it for this layout. As I said, I do some journaling, and that is it. I do the date as well. I'm going to come back and I'm going to put the dates on there. It's a very simple layout, very clean layout. I really like it. So I'm going to be seeing you soon. Bye.